one person who's here. I don't know who you are yet, but welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Steeler, Pepperjack, what's up, gentlemen? Ironically enough, you two are the ones that were watching. Yeah, that Jaguars ending kind of sucked, Pepperjack. I'll give you that. That was a pretty shitty ending. Alright. Let's just hop right into this, shall we? Bumblebee jersey, alright. Edit uniform. No, it's not Color Rush alternate classic. No. This one? Or this one? I think it's the 2015 one, right? I'm in no rush to get started, so I'll wait until Steeler gives me the A-OK. It's this one, right? 2015. Alright, rock and roll. Rashad Green's been with you guys for like 5 years, though. He's one of the better kick returners in the league. He shouldn't be playing wide receiver, but that's just the position that you guys are in right now. You're thin.
Hey everybody, it's the Coast. This is Thursday Night Football.
Right at the convergence of the three rivers.
Alright, let's roll.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week.
So how are you, gentlemen?
Performance and hold down their production.
Obviously, Pepper Jack's in a bit of a bad mood because that Jaguars ending kind of sucked. But generally speaking, how's everybody doing?
Getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt.
Yeah? Eagle, you're doing pretty well for yourself, bud.
Hurry up, here we go.
Doing pretty well for yourself.
319.
They'll run it now out of the
See
gun.
how this high-powered
Great
Steelers
movement
offense
play as
does.
He takes this one past the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing.
It's always fucking roughing. Yup. Why not? Why wouldn't it be roughing?
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball.
All right, here
But
we
you
go.
have to know when to back off, pull off, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On the defensive side of the football, the starting lineup now for Jacksonville. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we're going to
Capri,
keep an
you
eye
are
on
1 and
because you
4.
talk about where they rank in stopping the run. Well, how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give.
Still not
And
doing
this one's
too
gonna
hot
go
this
the
year.
wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs.
All right, here we go.
But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
That was 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Now the starting lineup here defensively for Pittsburgh. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll drop to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground. I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third-down conversions to start this thing. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Set! Green, 39!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Set!
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. A big play there.
Yeah, it was nice.
49 yards. And the Steelers have taken a 1st quarter lead. Such an art to dot the I, just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet to get down.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Now let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Well, they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Potter. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, it's not been their bread and butter. I don't know, is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack
What
in
a
that offensive
throw.
line, and they're putting it to good use.
A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 46 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 1 quarter in the books here. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move as they face a 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
319.
Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Throw left side complete. That's Oliver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
4 down. Hurry up, here we go. 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Back to throw here. He's got his man, Boyd. And down inside the 15 he goes. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it, now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it, we can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
All right, here we go. Blue, landing.
Now a handoff looking right. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
I appreciate it, Hobie. I
The
appreciate
scouting
it.
report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Russell. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Green, 39.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue, landing. Blue, landing.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it
Here we
there.
go.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll wind up losing
It's all
3.
good, Brad.
And
I'm
now
just
it's
happy
third
that you're here,
down.
bud. It's good to see you.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Blue 90.
They'll look to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. A 10-play drive that time, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bad.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 50 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
All right, here we go. Green 30.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. In for the score. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Point after here coming up. extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I guess they don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment, takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now let's go. 319.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here we go now. 319.
They'll look to throw here. Shakes off the sack. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And the Steelers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, 4 down. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Now let's go.
They'll set up to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
They can't stop the franchise.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Good matchups all up and down the schedule there. We'll highlight the one in Cincinnati. A big test coming up for the Bengals as they'll take on the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Later in the afternoon, a lot of the country will be watching the game at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it'll be the Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentator, Brandon Gottlieb.
Did I fall asleep again?
All right, Coach. Thank
My bad.
you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
My bad, gang.
And this will not be returnable. It's out
I
of the
haven't
back
been
of the
sleeping
end
all that
zone
well
for a
lately.
touchback.
It's been a rough week.
The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that
Hurry up, here
because
we go.
now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies.
Thank
try and
you,
hit
Nick.
them
I
a little bit
appreciate it.
more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just
Green,
that.
39.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this
Let's
lead.
go.
Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage and mixed traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, that's Bailey. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
Set. 319. 319.
throw.
Nice play by Shutter.
Man on the out route.
Got
That one good for a
drilled.
gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
Back to throw. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And this one is right through. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Gets through, and now an opening. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot.
All right, here we go.
But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always got changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain. Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Here we go now.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
Here we go now. Green 39.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And incomplete here on third down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We call that a sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. Third and long.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback, because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball just a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
There's just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
All right, here we go. Green 30.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
All right, here we go. Green.
And they'll go on the ground. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for.
Here we go.
They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
I don't know who's still here. We're probably done after this game.
Find him.
I'll probably just sim through the week and then we'll call it.
Pass falls incomplete.
I'm falling asleep. There's only 2 of you in here, so it's not a whole lot of merit. Maybe we come back a little bit later on tonight and we try to do a little bit more, but just right now ain't working.
Pressure comes and the Jags block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Well, if you were ever wondering, should I believe my special teams coach about, these plays are valuable? Think no more.
We'll find out,
play,
Noob.
big
We'll
block,
find out.
and now they've set up their offense inside the 10-yard line. A chance to score.
And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Second and goal from the 1.
Let's go. 3, 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go now. 3.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
This is starting to swing quite a bit. Wow.
So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Extra point splits the uprights.
Not a sim yet, Noob. Not a sim yet.
Extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here.
Here we go
Now,
now.
as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return here will go to
If
the
they get a field goal, I'll
31-yard
send
line.
them. Alright? If they get a field goal, I'll send them.
Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've
Wow.
been good enough to
That-
get them this
that-
lead, and another nice play
This
there to help
turned
preserve
quickly.
the lead.
It's been a
This
game of
turned
punch
very
hasn't it?
quickly.
All throughout. But this
Oh,
time, the big
Jesus
swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Set. Blue now.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we
This
saw
one got
out
real
there
dumb
on
real
that play.
fast.
I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. One-handed,
right, here we go.
love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session if he's saying, hey, run that one back, coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that
2
again.
more time.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it. That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on
Let's
to it
go.
because it was
Green,
contested
39.
all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there.
Assuming this field goal is good, we'll be done here,
That's
boys.
the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the
And
ones
we'll
in the
simmer
huddle
through
doing
the
the
week and then
turnover.
we'll call it.
Right now, I think it's the offensive line
And then
telling
maybe
them,
we can do
run it again. We are
Week
right
7
there
in a couple
about
hours.
to break a big
I
one.
don't know. We'll see what people want to do.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away.
We'll see what
Without a
people
doubt,
want to do. Because again,
would've been the final
I would
nail
assume
to
FG is
finish
going to
this
stream
thing
tonight,
off,
and that's going
but
to
it's
make a
still
lot of you
8
guys want to
up
go
time,
over
got
there. So
points. So while it's not mission accomplished,
we'll
it's
see how it
gotten
plays
close.
out.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but
I
it was
appreciate it,
fun,
Nib.
wasn't it?
I really,
Because
I
both teams
really do.
finding ways to click.
I really, really
And you
do.
know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
That means a lot to me, bud. But I'll probably just work on the draft class for a little bit for the next couple hours. Because the sooner I can get... I still need to do so much fucking work on that. But I'll get through it. I have most of tomorrow I can spend on it too. I appreciate that, noob. I appreciate that a lot. Week 6, the Rams get the win over the Falcons. It's a quality win. Both quarterbacks played well, and even the legends, Jermichael Rice, got in. A lot of passing in this game. A lot of passing. A lot of sacks, too. Wow. Ooh, close loss for the Ravens. Overtime loss for the Ravens. Wow. That's tough because you lost to a non-quarterback. That's tough. A lot of sacks. A lot of sacks. That's Rigo with a nice win. Good. Another overtime game. Big win for Rigo. That's got to feel pretty good. So congratulations to Rigo. Keith McLean finds the end zone. Another sack for Parker Rodriguez. That kid's really tearing it up this year. The Kansas City Chiefs get the dub. Leonard Robinson with the big game. Voller's also with a big game. Touchdown run for Robinson. Hunt with a big day. Vance with a big day. Not bad. Not bad at all. The Bears, not a particularly good performance from the Bucks. Eesh. Sure, noob. Well, because I think Smokey comes back this week, right? So that's why I'm assuming that's why you want to look. All right. I stay unbeaten, although surprisingly close game. No offense, RC, but I would have expected me to put up a lot more than 14. 10 catches for Taylor Curley. Damn. This is just a boring game. Nobody scored shit. Minimal pass rush and then 2 turnovers. That's just a boring game. The Browns with the big win over the Panthers. Storm Davis played well. Ken Montgomery played pretty well too. Hank Ball continues to play well, and DeJounte Newman's playing well as the go-to back in Cleveland. Lot of sacks in that one. Wow. And a pick for Coleman. Not bad. Vikings tied the Packers. I still don't understand why this Vikings team doesn't win as much as everybody else does. This is a good-ass Vikings team. They should be winning a lot more games than they do. Good pass rush. I don't know. Hobie drops a game to the Cardinals. That's tough. This Cardinals team is not very good. McDuffie continues to dominate, though. 3.5 sacks from Scott McCoy, 1.5 from Ogburn. Damn. The Seattle pass rush does not fuck around. Colts get the big dub. Big dub for the Colts over the Texans. Simonson scores twice. Kendall Belcher. Does that mean he's available for trade, noob? Because, I mean, hi. Alright. Let's peep some standings real quick, just for shits and giggles. Me and the Lions. Colts and Jaguars are up in it. Packers are really good. Giants are still good. The Jets are good. And then some middle. I'm gonna get there, noob. Chillax, homie. Yandel has been meh. He's been meh. I would probably go back to Smokey if I were you. I think Yandel's been meh. I think Yandel's been meh. I eh, eh. I think Yandel's been meh. And I just think there's more upside there. Yeah, you've won a couple games with him, but I just don't see it. I gotta. He wants Hunt over Harvey. And now Noob wants Smoker. Smoker Bullworth. And would you look at that? The man, the myth, the legend has returned. Smoker Bullworth. Gonna get the start for the Ravens. Let's check some injuries. Cesar Vasquez out for 6 weeks. Seahawks healthy. Steelers healthy. Vikings mostly healthy. Bears lost Everett Case into a compound fracture. That sucks. Alright, Brad. That's fair. I'll do picks now. How about? And if we stream again tonight, I'll do rosters. How does that sound? I'll run through picks real quick right now. And if we stream again tonight, I'll do rosters. Picks. Because, I mean, for the most part, I feel like you guys know what's on your rosters. But picks, I will definitely show you. And then we can run through rosters again, either tonight or tomorrow, whatever. Whatever we choose to do. Vikings have some good draft capital to play with. Browns got 2 picks to play with in the first round this year. I'm telling you guys, they're going to matter. This is a hell of a draft this year. Rigo's got 2 ones, 2 twos. Not bad. RSV is a bunch of extra 5s. Bunch of extra 6s. Ooh. Interesting for RSV. Interesting. I dig it. Pride does not really have much capital in this draft, but don't worry, have no fear. The draft after this will be bomb too. I still gotta get rid of these 4s. But I got a bunch of 5s, 6s, and 7s. But I got some 4s I gotta get rid of. So if anybody wants some 4s, hit me up. Alright, back to the Ravens. So, I'm gonna end this here. Noob, you got a lot of skill points on your receivers that you can use at the end of the year. Pearson's got 2, Hackett's got 2, Lindsey's got 5. 5th this year and next for a 4th. Fuck it, I'll do that. I'll gladly do that. I'll do that right here on stream, Noob. I will give you the best 4 I have this year. For a 5th this year and next year. I dig it. 5th this year. 5th next year. Pick up an extra 4 this year. Nice trade for the Ravens. Alright. So, now I'll end it here. Again, if we stream again later, we can. It's going to really be completely up to you guys, what you guys want to do. So just get Discord going, negotiate in Discord, or just generally just annoy me in Discord and be like, hey, let's stream, and get some hype going. Because if we can get enough people that want to do it, I'll gladly do it. But for the next little bit, I'll work on the draft class. Because the sooner I can get that done, the sooner I can show it to you guys. So for now, peace out. If I see you in later, great. If I don't see you guys again until tomorrow, so be it. But either way, have a good night, guys. Peace.